All right, everyone. Welcome back for part two of this Chevy Chase Nickelodeon magazine premiere issue, where, I try to bring back the past from the childhood that we remember. Uh, just a reminder from the previous video. This magazine came out in 1990 and was issued for $2 at your participating Pizza Hut locations. And of course, as you know, Pizza Hut back then were dine-in. They were dine-in locations, and they were awesome. They were those rigid ruby red cups. Sprite hit differently. I always got Sprite as a kid, and I mean I'm kind of big bone, sodas and stuff. Anyway, I do apologize for the way it looks, the little glare right there. I'm trying out different software and setups with what I have available. So hopefully you'll be able to read the magazine, and I'll try to adjust it to where you can. So with that, this is where we left off. More specifically, this right page right here. We've covered this page in the first episode. So going right here, of course, it talks about winning a trip to Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. And unfortunately, these days, that's not even a thing anymore. It's just from the pictures we've seen on Facebook or whatever, it's just some bland building. And it was so vibrant back in the day. Anyway, so like it says right here, win a trip to Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, Florida. King Kong. Ooh, boy. Is it sad that I haven't really watched it fully yet? I need to put that on my bucket list, because how can you go this long and not watch King Kong? Like, seriously, bro. That's right. You and 3 guests can be on your way to Orlando, Florida to visit the new Nickelodeon Studios and enjoy the astonishing movie marvels of Universal Studios Florida. You'll ride the movies with King Kong, Jaws, Earthquake, and a lot more. Heck yeah. Enter today for a chance to win. Here's what one lucky grand prize winner will receive: 4 days and 3 nights in Orlando, Florida for 4 people. Psst, that alone was worth it. Round trip airfare. Heck yeah. You need transportation. Hotel accommodations. Admission to Universal Studios Florida. I mean, what else? $2,000 spending money. They weren't kidding around when they tried to give you a good time back then. And this says Survive It, Universal Studios 1990, and it has Earthquake. And here, I'll try to bring it up there. 1990. Jeez. Okay, let's see. This Nick sweepstakes. We must be 17 or younger to enter. Man, we're in our 20s, going on our 30s now, or maybe you are a little bit past 30. Oh well. No purchases required to enter, but guess what? You better have it in by the 27th of July of 1990. I think we're just a little bit too late. So to enter, fill out the official entry form at the bottom of the page, or hand print your names, address, city, state, zip code, phone number, blah, blah, blah. So there's Jaws, and then there's the address that you submit it to. We'll have a random drawing on or about the July 30th, 1990. Just like the one grand prize winner. I wonder who that winner was. We're just a little bit too late on that. So let me adjust this back. And we're moving on to the next page. So what does this say? Big news, big laughs, big surprises, big deal, big change. So this right here, let me get the light a little closer. This is Jonathan Galkin from Hey Dude. If you remember that show, it was on, let's see, on a farm, I guess, of sorts, a ranch. That was accessed by the public to come and spend their money, have a good time. That was a pretty good idea. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not talking about just the idea for the show. I'm talking about if you were to go to one in real life. It's not a bad idea, in my opinion. So let's see what it says. Rated K. I'm sorry again for the glare. For kids, by kids. And let's see. That little thumbnail's a little small. I'm gonna bring it closer to you. A boy and his blob. Trouble on Blobolonia. That was a little tough. Official Nintendo. Seal of quality. Okay. Trying to glare there. When it comes to the latest games, let's see. Okay, sorry about that, folks. The glare. I'm using the light from my iPhone to illuminate because my rest of my lights aren't working right now. When it comes to the latest games, what are the hits and what are the pits? Every month, our two Gonzo game gurus, that was almost a tongue twister itself, Lisa and Eric, give the latest games a test run. This month, of course, they're talking about A Boy and His Blob for, well, Nintendo. This game, let's see, that's small text. I'm going to bring this up here right quick. There we go. You can see a little bit better, and there's no big glare, hopefully. This game is all about a boy, his pal Blobbert, nicknamed Blob, and jelly beans. Blob has come to Earth from Blobolonia. Jeez. Where an evil emperor is forcing everyone to eat nothing but marshmallows and chocolate. I mean, if you're a kid, you would find that okay. I mean, kids love sweets. Heck, even as adults, we love sweets. Like, seriously. Your mission is to blast them and use your knapsack full of powerful jelly beans to defeat the evil emperor. Now, what are the ratings? Let's see. Lisa says the best thing about this game was that the blob was kind of cute. Let's see, let's get a little closer there. It's a very challenging game. You definitely want to keep playing to see how far you can go, but the game is also confusing, especially when you first play. Most games these days are a little confusing when you first start playing, and most of them are player versus player online, so you have to just jump in and learn there. And if you make a mistake, you die. The secret of the game is to make no mistakes. I mean, of course. I'd rate it a C for challenging. Eric says it's hard. Very hard. And I didn't think the instruction booklet told enough of the game. But it was a lot of fun once I learned what the different jelly beans did and how to use them. I recommend this if you like adventure games, but it's a little slow paced for people who like action games. I'd rate it F for fun once you get going. Alrighty, let's move on to the next page. I'm trying to be gentle with these magazines because this one's 30 years old, going on 31 this year, so gotta be a little easy on it. Gonna be big. Hey, you've got to watch out for anyone who gets to sing a duet with new kid Jordan Knight. We're talking about Anna, who is 15 and goes to high school in Florida when she isn't making hit albums. When it came time to record Body Language, Anna had a little help from her friend Debbie Gibson, who produced 3 of the songs. Here's a little secret Anna told us. She wasn't able to get too close to Jordan when they recorded their duet, Angel of Love. That's because she recorded her part in Boston, and he recorded his part in Atlanta. Now, of course, these days we're dealing with the coronavirus, at least at the time of recording this video. So, that would be a lot more understandable if it happened these days. But, you know, technology was still a thing back then. They didn't have to be right there to compose music or whatever. We just didn't have Skype, Discord. I don't believe TeamSpeak. Just all that crap. So big movies. Which one, or which will be the big summer movie? You decide. Summer of 1990. Dick Tracy. Let's see. Let me move this close up here. There we go. Alright, Dick Tracy. The comic strip character comes to life, but will this film be as sharp as Tracy's chin? And will Madonna leave us all breathless in her role as Breathless Mahoney? Okay. Jetsons, the movie. George Jetson and his spaced-out space-age family come to the big screen. And who is the voice of space-age teenager Judy Jetson? You're right, it's Tiffany. Well, okay, all four of these are popular now. Like, we all know them. The Jetsons and Back to the Future arguably have to be the more common or the more well-known of the four, I would say, in my opinion. Because you say Back to the Future, everyone's going to know what you're talking about, just like Jetsons. I have encountered a few folks who didn't quite understand Dick Tracy. And if I'm right, I could be wrong. Wasn't there a NES game based on him? I believe the Angry Video Game Nerd talked about him because he was making jokes about how people back in his day, or in the 80s, I wasn't born in the 80s, I was born in the early 90s, how they would always use Dick Tracy as just their little gag jokes. Alright, so Back to the Future Part 3. Michael travels through time again, this time to the Wild Wild West. Will it be wilder than Part 2, or will we all decide to travel to a different movie this summer? Okay, so I've heard mixed results on the other Back to the Future movies other than the original one. Especially the Super Nintendo game that came out on it. Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, I believe. Once again, Video Game Nerd, I believe, talked about it, and he said how hard it was, just because of the reaction times and everything. And, of course, I'm not going to talk completely about iVCam and his videos going over the magazine, but just little references, because the iVCam will have recorded a bunch of stuff in these magazines coming up. And Back to the Future is certainly one of them, especially on the NES. Okay, Gremlins 2. There we go. Those fun-loving little green guys are back, and Phoebe Cates has got them. Hope she's locked up her blender for this one. It's sad I haven't seen Gremlins 2 yet. Please don't hate me. Alrighty, let's see. Big 30. NKOTB. Paula Abdul, Turtle Power, Bubble Tape. All girls named Stacy. Yeah. Belly Balls. Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder. Weird Al, of course. Jazzy Jeff and the FP and the Fresh Prince. The Energizer Bunny. Bo. He knows baseball. Unlaced Pink High Tops. The Wheel of Jeopardy. Friendship Bracelets. Def Leppard. Man, I love the Three Stooges, but not with Shemp, though, so this was a little before. Lisa Bonnet's Nose Ring, Christina Applegate, Bobby Brown, Red M&M's, Bubble the Chimp, John Stamos' Hair, Microwave Milkshake, Chevy Chase Vacation Movies, Pre-Torn Jeans, B-52s, Calvin and Hobbes, Richard Greco, Neon Sunscreen, and Fred Savage. The bottom 10, Cola Taste Tests. I'm with Stupid T-shirt. Classic. Madonna with dark hair, stupid home video TV shows, comedians who think it's hilarious, the shout and scream, wiggling plastic flowers, CD singles that cost as much as the whole album, commercials in movie theaters, Axl Rose, and New Brady Bunch. Well, we're going to stop right here. I have a 15-minute limit with YouTube standards. I'm sorry this video is still crude, and please work with me. as I continue to invest in better hardware and such. Stay tuned for the next episode when we keep going through the magazine. Thanks for watching.